Hi. Well, the Supreme Court is supposed to be coming down with a new decision about whether you can use race as a consideration for admitting people into colleges and universities. It was done temporarily because for so many generations, hundreds of years, blacks could not even access most, if any, colleges and universities. So they were totally out of the loop. They finally were able to get some blacks in through these increased admissions. However, a lot of those increased admissions went to sports figures so that people started getting better basketball teams, and they make tons of money off of that stuff. So that it wasn't as if they were going out and really combing, trying to find people who would do well with a college education. They were benefiting themselves. They would say, okay, we'll let in, you know, 50 athletes, all of whom will work at the college or university and sacrifice their studies because they're so busy trying to become big national sports figures. And a lot of those guys graduated from colleges and universities, still don't know how to take care of their finances, so that they make a lot of money and then they lose it. So it was all a setup. It makes you feel as if you're getting something, but in reality, it's the white colleges and universities who were really the winners. Some people did get through with degrees, but in the future, the whites want their schools back, and they also want the black historically colleges and universities. They want those too. So there are ways to get around this. Brigham Young does keep its student population very segregated. They have only certain types of whites that can come into that school, and those blacks that they do admit often find that they never get a college degree because, first of all, they were not college material. They go into very, very inner city um, areas, pick up people who are good in sports. Then they get these kids to play sports and bring them young. And before they graduate, they have them violating the honor code or some other Brigham Young rule, and then they get tossed out. So they get to play for about 2 years for Brigham Young, bring in tons of money, and never get a degree. And then Brigham Young has all of these rules that if you do get kicked out, you cannot go back and immediately apply into another school. You have to wait a year or two. So that by that time, people are disillusioned. They may have another job. They may feel inferior because they got kicked out, or other things. They may be fighting other legal battles. So it is a way to bring a kid in, use him for his athletic skills, kick him out, and then disillusion him so much that the chance that he's going to go back into a school after having waiting periods and so forth is very low. And it's a shame that they're allowed to do that. But it does show that there are ways to get around these rules of not using race, because Brigham Young has always used race. Brigham Young has trillions, that's with the T, trillions and trillions and trillions of dollars. They may have $100 trillion, and they are violating the nonprofit status that they hold for their church, for their schools, by the investing in a lot of things that nonprofits are not supposed to invest in. But nobody monitors them, and they're too big to fail. This is not one of those situations. If you get enough money, you're considered too big to fail. The government looks the other way, and you can do whatever you want. So there is hope for the historically black colleges and universities to keep the racial minority numbers up, while still not violating the new expected Supreme Court ruling that you can't use race as a way of choosing new admissions. So what do you think? Like and subscribe. Bye.